policies that have taken place over the past 300 years. I'm going to talk to you about things like Latino, Hispanic, Chicano, what those words mean and where they come from. And I'll leave the rest up to you to determine how you feel about it. But first off, I wanted to start off with the importance of culture and history. You know, when I study these things, a lot of my homeboys are always like, say, man, just let it go, man. They call me Flex in the hood. They're like, hey, just let it go, Flex. Just let it go, man. 200, 300 years ago, bro. Why are you sweating it? And I'm gonna tell y'all just like I told them. I don't know why I can't let it go. I don't know why it hurts me the way it does. I don't know why I think about these things constantly. Only thing I can conclude is this is what God put in my heart as a passion. This is what God has instilled in me. And all I can do is try my best to follow the paths that I feel He's laid in front of me. But let me ask y'all this. How do you effectively conquer people? Do y'all have any guesses or clues or estimations or thoughts?
How do they conquer people?
How do you effectively conquer people? Not even just militarily, not even just taking over the land, but how do you conquer people?
By being nice. By being nice.
Well, that kind of worked for the Portuguese, but they still had their dirty side. What'd you say?
To serve them.
To serve them?
Yeah. Like a leader. I think great leaders are great servers.
Yeah, that is true to a sense. But the most effective way, those are both good answers. But the most effective way is to break down a culture and a history. If you break down a people's culture and a history, you as a foreign power can institute any type of belief, history, or culture you want to benefit you and your purposes and your agendas. So it's okay. One of the most effective weapons is the systematic destruction or deconstruction of a people's culture and destruction and distortion of a people's history. We talked about that. With an example to how important culture is, I like to refer to Thomas Sowell, or Sowell, however you want to pronounce it. His last name is spelled S-O-W-E-L-L. He's an economist that started off at UCLA. He did some work at Harvard, but he's now out of University of Stanford at the Institute of the Hoover Institute. And he's like a world-renowned economist. He's like one of the top guys of his field. Think of him as like Neil Tyson deGrasse, is that his name? He's one of the lead physicists. I don't know if y'all know him. I'm kind of a nerd for that guy, but besides the point. He says that he did a study looking at 6 major groups in the U.S. And out of these 6 major groups, he noticed that the people that had the strongest sense of identity, the strongest sense of culture, and the strongest sense of a united community were the ones that fared well economically, fared well socially. They're the ones that did the best. Think of